Hello, everyone. My name is Enrique Wong, and I'm your Composition and Rhetoric professor. Composition and Rhetoric is a writing class. This is not an ESL course. This is not a language class. We are not here to learn grammar or syntax or spelling. That is a misconception. When you get to my class, you're supposed to have dealt with that in previous courses. Composition and Rhetoric is a writing class, as I said, and it's based on the premise that uh, reading and writing are rhetorical acts, and as such, they demand an audience, a purpose, a context. So, by keeping this in mind, you need to figure that when you do some writing, the writing that you do is going to be different depending on the expected audience. If you write a personal narrative, it's going to be way different from an expository essay where you are providing only the facts of a given text. Or when you approach, for example, an object and then you mean to perform a rhetorical analysis of the object, for example, an article, and then the way you approach the writing task is way different. So the type of writing that you'll be doing in my class is going to be different. The four major pieces of writing that you're supposed to come up with by the end of the course, you'll see when you compare one to the other that they are done in very different ways and using very different tools. So it's important that you understand this right from the outset of my class. So it's not an ESL course when you're going to be doing some grammar or spelling, or even though we have to do it right, and we're going to be doing some exercises to support and to help you review your grammar and maybe do some fine tuning in your punctuation. But this is not the major objective of my class. The major objective of my class is to show you that when you sit down and face a given writing assignment, you know that what you're doing is a rhetorical act, that you need to have a point come across, that you have to you talk to a different audience, that you have to perform different tasks depending on the type of writing that is expected from you. So this is basically what my class is all about, and I really enjoy my class. My class is like a discovery class. You see that once you start, you'll see that it's not the conventional type of writing that we'll be doing. We're going to be learning shades of meaning differences in the type of writing that you do, and so is going to be exciting. I've been teaching composition and rhetoric for more than 15 years now. I taught my class face to face when I was at the university, when I was in Ecuador, and little by little I began teaching composition and rhetoric online. And when I first discovered that online teaching existed, that online teaching, I had a prejudice that I thought that teaching online was the same like distance education, and this is totally different. The concept is completely different. An online class takes for granted that we are going to be making use of technology, and technology has been changing our lives, and this is part of the change. As I said, I've been teaching composition and rhetoric for more than 15 years. I've been in Ecuador. I've been in Ecuador for more than 20 years. I first arrived in Ecuador in 1997, and I've been working for the university since my arrival. My background, good many years ago, I started a major in North American literature, Then from the University of Havana. I was born in Cuba, but I left Cuba for almost 25 years now. My first major was in North American literature. Then I went to school again a couple of years after I graduated, and I studied Hispanic literature, a second major, comparative literature. Then I went to the States, to the University of California in Santa Barbara, to study philosophy, pragmatism, and cultural criticism. Then I've been around Mexico, the States, and until finally I went to Ecuador in 1997, and I got my job at the university. I started teaching ESL until I got a position in the English department teaching composition and rhetoric. As I said before, it was first face-to-face, and then until in the year 2005, I began teaching online. In the meantime, I've done other studies. I have a master's degree in education, and so basically this is my background. I've been teaching, as I said, since the year 1988, and so it's a lot of years. So I'm here now. I don't live in Ecuador anymore. I go back to Ecuador incidentally, but I'm still working as a full-time professor for the university, our university. And I'm happy to go back every time I have a chance. I basically go back twice a year. So this is what I'm expecting from you today. I want you to record a video introducing yourself. You have the guidelines for what I want you to do in the discussions link, explaining my expectations of the type of introduction I want from you. Tomorrow I'm going to be recording a welcome tour. I'm going to take you by your hand and then walk you through the different features of my course. And I'm going to be using week 1 and week 2 as models for the rest of the weeks. This is the first activity that we have, recording the personal video now, and then reading the syllabus. During the week, I'm going to be releasing the group arrangement for group activities. We are going to perform group activities in 2 separate moments in my class, in week 3 and then in week 6 of the course. So I'm going to be recording this welcome tour, and you should be getting acquainted with the course. If you're still in doubt, by Saturday, we're going to have a video conference where we I'm going to be answering your questions or explaining in detail the writing assignments and everything that is expected from you during the course. I believe that we are all potential writers if we follow the right process, and this is what my class is all about, to teach you if you follow a process and you have a clear approach to the tasks that you have to face, you could be a good writer. I don't believe in geniuses. I don't think that geniuses exist. I think that when it comes to writing, the genius is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. So I think that we are all potential writers. So with this, I'm giving you my welcome to the class. And since this is an online class, we can be in touch always. On the only, we are going to be only 1 email away from each other. So this is the main message. Just keep in mind that I'm 6 hours ahead of you. And if you send an email after 4 p.m., you won't be getting a response until the following day because we have hours of difference. So please enjoy my class and don't be afraid to ask anything if you have a question. And let's approach this as a fun experience. Thank you.